Welcome to FlashCaught. They thought they had everything under control until a dog came charging into the scene and turned everything upside down. One poor decision later, karma struck faster than anyone could have imagined. Today, you're about to witness moments where instant karma arrived when people least expected it. The dog disarming the robber was already intense, but the owner stepping between them made the scene even more emotional. You could see pure instinct to protect each other from both sides. That thief was already running. Then, the Malinois showed up and turned the escape into pure panic. Honestly, criminals hate seeing dogs like that appear out of nowhere.
I'm on the phone with 911 right now.
The moment the gunman lunged forward, viewers could clearly sense the panic and helplessness. Fortunately, she remained safe.
What the
You alright?
Oh my god! Who the were they? I'm going to get my gun.
This is exactly why trespassing into private property is such a bad idea. You never know what's waiting on the other side of that gate, especially in homes with guard dogs or security systems. K9s are trained to respond to danger and assist in protecting officers. When someone persistently pressures or threatens the dog, it prompts the force to intervene early to prevent the situation from escalating. The dog reacted so quickly and saved its owner right in the face of the police's aggression. That's incredibly commendable and amazing, isn't it? That's incredibly commendable and amazing, isn't it? It's truly unbelievable that a stray dog would stand up to protect someone. It didn't even know her, yet it rushed in to defend the vulnerable without hesitation. It was truly an act of heroism. Thank God they put them in a shelter so they won't bite anyone anymore. The owner needs to be punished for letting those aggressive dogs roam freely. As police closed in on the suspects, police dogs were brought in to assist in the pursuit. But the situation immediately became tense when the dog was shot, turning the chase into a life-or-death race. The delivery guy had no idea what kind of situation he was about to walk into. And within just seconds, everything turned into a scene completely out of control. Maybe the guy just wanted to play some basketball. But breaking in without permission triggered the guard dog's protective instincts. Never trespass onto their owner's property unless you're ready to face the consequences. That guy probably thought he had just wandered into the wrong place, at least until the dog showed up. Just standing their ground and applying pressure was enough to keep the stranger from trying anything stupid. He was almost completely panicked as the dog kept charging at him. What had been a normally parked car suddenly turned into a desperate shelter in the middle of the chaotic chase.
You good? I thought
Pit bulls are known for having very strong territorial instincts. Luckily, the owner stepped in just in time. Otherwise, this could have turned into a completely different situation. Initially, the thief tried to squeeze his way into the house. But then Uncle Boxer rushed in, and everything changed instantly. This was the kind of house he'd be sure to visit for a long time.
Let go, man. Let go.
He wanted to run, but every step pulled him backward as the dog kept clamped onto his pants and refused to let go.
Let me go.
The robber approached too quickly, but the dog reacted even faster. In just a few seconds, this unsung hero completely turned the situation around.
Nick meeting his maker. This dog. Ready? And go.
Wow! I think this guy enjoys the thrill of deliberately teasing that dog. But make sure your back is strong enough, buddy. You could see the crowd starting to spiral into chaos, but the most memorable part was the dog's reaction. They never left their owner's side, even as the situation became more and more dangerous. Oh my God! The leopard was squeezing very tightly and the situation looked completely hopeless. But somehow, Rocky still didn't give up and fought with all his might.
parcel for your next door neighbor. Can I get a name, please?
That dog probably thought it was protecting the house like a superhero, while the driver was out there running for his life from something knee-high. You can tell the dogs were curious, but the moose seemed surprisingly gentle too. Nature creates some beautiful moments when there's no fear involved. If you were the delivery guy, what would you do in this situation? Don't hesitate to comment below. That dog was giving 200% energy, and the mailman finally decided he'd had enough. Honestly, the reaction was funnier than the barking itself. The craziest part is that even after escaping the first attack, he still tried sneaking into the house again. Those dogs made it very clear that nobody unwanted was getting inside. That horse showed unbelievable patience. A lot of animals would have reacted aggressively, but it looked like the horse was trying hard not to hurt the dog despite being attacked.
Did you bite her?
Bit both of them.
You did? Are they all right?
Hers was right up. Hers was near the chest plate. He's okay.
Moments like this are genuinely heartwarming. A situation that seemed stressful at first ended with trust, comfort, and an unexpected connection between strangers.
You're so sweet. Do you want a treat? Do you want a treat? I have a treat. Hello. Don't eat the package, okay? You're gonna be good. Don't eat the package, okay? Sit. You're so sweet. You're so beautiful. Don't eat the package.
That level of athleticism and training is insane. Watching a Malinois launch itself that high with total confidence shows why these dogs are trusted in police and military work. It's always the smallest dogs with the biggest confidence. Watching a 9-kilogram French bulldog chase off multiple bears feels both hilarious and unbelievable at the same time. If you liked this moment, please leave a 2 in the comments.
He's off! He's off.
That suspect clearly realized way too late that he picked the wrong property. The giant dog turned confidence into panic almost instantly.
The man is jumping. You see, dog is pushing him. You see the man is jumping. The man run away. You know, I don't know if he's screaming.
This dog is really interesting and follows the proper procedure. Absolutely no breaking the law. A heroic and courageous act of defense. When the dogs have no reason to let strangers into their territory, they will no longer stand guard but simply play with a ball. That dog didn't care about size, only protecting its home. The moment the intruder appeared, instinct immediately took over. This honestly looks like something from a comedy movie. The escape attempt lasted about 2 seconds before turning into total chaos. Nothing ruins a criminal's plan faster than suddenly hearing a whole pack of angry dogs sprinting straight toward you. All that effort sneaking around just to run away terrified a few seconds later. Honest work would have been the smarter option. Do you like this smart police K9? Leave a 3 in the comments. How many hours of patience, hard work, and trust does this take? It's amazing to witness the bond between a dog trainer and their 4-legged partner. The dog obeys commands so well and will protect you when needed. Yet outside of that, it's incredibly gentle. Just look at this Cane Corso's reaction, and you'll understand why people call them 4-legged bodyguards. Better than a security system, they still work even when the power goes out. No hesitation, no fear. It rushed in to protect its owner the moment it sensed danger. That kind of loyalty genuinely gives you chills. 3 people confronted a loyal German shepherd, but in the end, they were the ones who had to run away. The moment the dog charged in to protect its owner showed just how powerful its instincts really are. I was horrified watching this. It really looked like the thieves were about to get away with the car. The moment the dog charged out barking like crazy, their whole plan practically fell apart instantly. He should feel lucky they weren't much bigger. Otherwise, things could have turned out a whole lot worse. He kept messing with those dogs like there would never be any consequences. Then the moment things went too far, he suddenly became the loudest one complaining. What I like is that it did exactly what it was supposed to do and didn't go overboard. The moment the door closed, it went completely calm again, like it switched out of work mode. Just a few seconds later, the whole group panicked and ran like a real nightmare was chasing them. They literally picked the wrong house to mess with. Who would be crazy enough to try stealing an F1 car? But the funny part is, the plan was over before it even got started because of one unexpected factor. You could see he was extremely confident in those first few seconds, almost like he was challenging everyone around him. But then the K9 showed up like the final full stop to his whole celebration. This burglary sounded like something out of an action movie, until the thief grabbed the safe and fell straight into a swimming pool while trying to escape. 2 dogs added even more pressure, turning the whole situation into complete chaos. Before the thief even realized what was happening, the white dog came charging out. In just about 3 seconds, all of his confidence disappeared completely, and he took off running in pure panic. The dog's actions were instinctive, but homeowners still need to take responsibility for ensuring the safety of mail carriers. Fortunately, no one was hurt.
Buddy!
The officer looked genuinely confused, trying to figure out what this cane corso was actually trying to do. Meanwhile, the dog was simply standing alert and reacting purely on its natural protective instincts. No one expected a puppy to cause the entire delivery truck to lose control. The driver panicked and dodged as he was chased, and just seconds later, the truck crashed straight into the factory wall. This guy got away with it once, but then he ignored the warning about the aggressive dog. As a result, things turned out even worse this time. A daytime home invasion, at a time when most people still think they're safe. Luckily, the Great Dane was there, keeping pressure on the intruder while waiting for the owner to handle the situation. What made everyone watching tense was how quickly everything happened. Just seconds before everything was normal, then suddenly the dog lunged. It made everyone's heart race.
No! You can't get out from here! No!
German Shepherd are famous for their incredibly strong protective instincts. The moment they sense their owner is in danger, they can react almost instantly. The initial confidence was gone, replaced by hesitation and panic. The break-in plan had been abruptly abandoned. The bicycle was stuck in the gate, and below it, a dog was patiently waiting. It was a classic case of walking right into a trap without even realizing it. Even the gentle golden retriever has its limits. When surrounded and constantly pressured, its self-defense instincts kick in very quickly. And that's probably exactly what's happening right now. He kept messing around as if there were no consequences, until the dog decided that the prank had gone too far. The guy in Brighton heard some suspicious noises and started barking like an extremely aggressive dog. And the funny thing is, the thieves actually panicked and ran away.
No, put that mother.
What do you think of this dog? Drop a number 1 in the comments if it got you excited.
That nigga went out there. Once I ain't out of it, fucked up. I thought you was in here. Told me out the door. My fault.
Absolutely amazing. The dog worked incredibly well with the police on the street, putting pressure on the criminal and leaving him with no escape route. His resistance vanished very quickly against the professional K9. Why did she let the dog out on a leash? This could have had very bad consequences for everyone, including the dog.
Come here.
What was most remarkable was that the dog showed almost no hesitation. Before anyone could react, it instinctively rushed forward to stop the robbery, displaying an incredibly strong protective instinct. It barely took its eyes off the suspicious man and constantly stood in front of its owner. Honestly, that protective instinct was truly remarkable. The dog kept staring at its owner. That means you have to be constantly on alert. Climbing up is easy, but figuring out how to get down when a dog is guarding you from below is the real problem. What a wonderful mother! She quickly carried her child into the car, while her own body remained outside the vehicle without any protection.
This dog walked into a gas station parking lot late at night, and within seconds, it did something no one could believe. A police officer was standing outside talking with the cashier when the stray suddenly rushed forward, jumped up, and grabbed the officer's radio straight off his vest. Before anyone could react, the dog sprinted across the parking lot with the radio in its mouth. The officer froze for a moment, stunned, then took off running after it. At first, it looked ridiculous. A stray dog stealing police equipment in the middle of the night. But the dog didn't slow down. It kept running through empty streets, crossing an intersection and disappearing down a quiet side road. Street lights flickered above the empty road as the officer kept chasing, confused but determined to get his radio back. Every time the officer got close, the dog pushed a little farther ahead, glancing back as if making sure he was still following. Finally, the dog turned into a dark alley and stopped. The officer approached carefully, expecting to finally grab the runaway thief, but instead the dog dropped the radio and stepped aside. And that's when the officer saw him, a man lying against the wall, barely conscious. The dog began whining softly, pacing beside him. Suddenly the chase made sense. This dog hadn't stolen anything. It had just forced the officer to follow it. Within minutes, paramedics arrived and rushed the injured man to the hospital.
We should also commend the dog for realizing that it was no match for the Tyrannosaurus Rex. It's so exciting to train such amazing dogs, and the way they attacked their attackers is truly commendable. The thief probably thought he could escape by simply jumping over the fence. The funniest thing is that even though he was being chased relentlessly, he still refused to let go of the birdcage. It didn't do its job. I was waiting for the attack, but instead I had to dance with the robber. It's so confusing. A vicious dog escaping is always an extremely dangerous situation. Luckily, it was quickly subdued before anyone was seriously injured. These dogs are so smart, perfect work machines. But I think they're also lovely companions. This was a moment where even the first few seconds were enough to make your heart drop to your feet. The best thing about the whole story is that no one was seriously injured. In just a few seconds, the home yard turned into a mini grassland. It was like an uninvited guest, but there were far more than expected.
Stop your fucking car! Here. Hey! Let me see your fucking car! Hey!
The scariest thing wasn't just the attack, but the mental state expressed through those words. You could sense the instability and chaos behind that strange statement.
Come out of the car! Sal del carro! and stop resisting. That's what you got beat. Yeah, he threw Dom out. He threw Dom out of the car.
But I told you to sit down and you're not sitting down.
Sarge.
Yeah.
Where at, Sarge? You're looking for me. Sit on your ass. Please, fast. Sit on your ass. That's fine. Not a bad person. Where did he throw the stuff?
Somewhere down, I don't know.
I don't know how far back. No, it was when he slowed down, but
Somewhere down there by them.
maybe they got rail there. Listen, all you have to do is tell what we told you to do. And you start fighting, you're gonna get beat.
That driver got incredibly lucky the van door closed in time. One more second and that attack could have ended much worse. That dog instantly turned the whole situation into an Olympic sprint. The runner was moving like first place actually depended on surviving the next few seconds. That man probably expected a quiet property with nobody paying attention. Instead, he ran into a dog that clearly took guarding the home and boat very seriously. That was an absolute textbook takedown by the police K9. The suspect thought he could escape after the high-speed chase, but once the K9 locked onto the target, it was game over. That dog didn't hesitate for a second. The moment his owner was in danger, he switched straight into protection mode and defended her fearlessly. I was really curious how the dog would react in this situation. Some dogs surprise you the moment they realize their owner might be in danger. Those pit bulls absolutely destroyed that SUV. The damage looked unreal, like the car had been attacked for hours. I can't imagine the shock of walking outside and seeing your vehicle torn apart like that. Oh man, this thief really picked the wrong house. Just seconds after the burglars showed up, all three rushed in to protect the home like real bodyguards. That's instant karma, in the truest sense. When you mess with the neighbor's dog and suddenly turn into an unwilling marathon runner, what do you think about this guy?
Are you okay? Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Imagine if that dog had been able to get through the fence. It was ready to teach that kidnapper a lesson he'd never forget and protect that woman. It genuinely wanted to help. What made this clip go viral was the unexpected twist. What should have been a tense break-in turned into a hilarious moment when the dog acted nothing like a guard dog. No one expected such a small dog to charge in and confront an aggressive moose. That little dog's courage was far bigger than its size. These dogs do not look friendly towards strangers at all. It's best to stay in your car, keep the doors locked, and call the homeowner to come handle it instead of trying your luck yourself.
Yes. Oh!
I was about to deliver the package when I heard the chain, and by then, the animal was already right in front of me. It only wanted to scare me, and I'm sorry to say, it definitely succeeded. Two criminals picked the wrong target, and the two dogs made them realize that mistake faster than any lesson ever could. A rescue that was both intense and incredibly satisfying to watch. God bless you. This situation really made them stop and think.
Wake up, police department. Back up. Easy, puppy. Back up. Back up. Thanks for pulling, dog. Hey, the dog's back here. Easy, puppy. Easy, puppy. Easy. Yeah, I hit that. I'm sorry. I hit.
What moved so many people about this incident is that Finn had no idea who the police were or what was really happening.
Wake up, police department. Back up. Easy, puppy. Back up. Thanks for pulling, dog. Hey, the dog's back here.
To him, it was much simpler than that. A stranger suddenly appeared in front of his home in a tense situation, and his instinct to protect his family immediately kicked in.
We got a call this much. Yeah, and the dog just came back after. Okay. Call in and we'll get around.
The way they both danced around each other was enough to make anyone laugh. You could tell from the very first few seconds just how much the dog had missed its owner. The family just wanted to check their security cameras. But then they discovered the dogs had been acting extremely unusual right before the burglary. It seemed like the dogs sensed something dangerous long before it happened. The fox was cornered in the upstairs apartment, scurrying around in desperation before making an unexpected escape through the bathroom window.
Hi, buddy. Yeah, we don't want to do that. Alright. Because you're so cool. Come here. Because you're the coolest dog I've ever known. I love you too. You're a sweetheart. I want you to come home with me. Where's your dad? Where's your dad? She's not enough to leave your garage open. Fuck. Dad! Where are you? I love you too. I love you too, buddy guy. You got so much shit in there. How do you have so much shit in your house? How do you have all this stuff? Dude! You're gonna be the coolest dog ever. Where's your dad? I know.
Golden retrievers are usually very friendly. All you really need to give them is love and plenty of food, and they're happy. Not every dog is naturally suited to protecting your property. The moment it prepared for the attack and recall exercise, the dog almost seemed to switch completely into work mode, calm, focused, and waiting for commands like a real machine.
Are you ready? Search. Hey, keep working. Buddy. Alert. Yes, good boy. Nice job. Nice. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Okay, find another. Good job. Now, what was this? Were you distracted or is that something? Here, bud. I know, I think it's this. Oh. Good job, guy. You got that one.
At Camp Allen, the Buddy NW3 vehicle is used in sniffer dog training to simulate real-life tracking situations.
Let's go back this way.
It feels incredibly professional, as the K9 has to concentrate its sniffing around the vehicle to pinpoint the exact source of the hidden scent.
Keep working. Is that it? The lowly high? Is that it? Come here, bud. Thank you. Alert. Good boy.
Yeah.
Sorry, I should have listened.
Tell you that you could. I was gonna say, I'll take it.
The trainability of this breed is truly amazing. The trainer and the dog work together perfectly. Don't mess with the wrong dog. And don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more crazy moments like these in the next video.